I earned my spot there. I flew for almost 10 years and I created my whole album while I was flying. I would say the first challenge was to believe in myself enough to resign from such a good...
Hey yo, beautiful humans, and welcome back to Creative Ones. I'm your host, Chineme Prince, and today I have a very audacious, colorful individual. She's one of those people where when you see her, you have to do a loop around just to come back and see her again. She leaves an impression on you. She is an amazing singer, an outstanding fashion lover. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Larudche. Hello.
Hi. I love to be here in the same couch as you.
I know, babe. Today you were like very toned down. You're a very toned down version of yourself.
Yeah, I was going to the supermarket actually.
So this is
and then I got a call and they were like, "You want to go to do a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure."
Wait, this is your supermarket outfit.
This is my supermarket outfit.
Well, this is my whole party outfit. This is how I go to parties like this, dressed like this.
That's fine.
Well,
you look great.
Well, thank you, babe. See, I appreciate that. Thank you for coming on the show.
Of course.
All right, let's just dive into it. Okay, my first question really is, what was your first experience with singing, with your family and all that? What's your first memory of singing or even performing for anyone?
It's funny because I come from a family that they're not musicians at all. My dad used to play the piano a little bit, but no one in my family is a musician. So I would say the way I fell in love with jazz music was through the radio, because my mom would put a radio station that was called Aspen Classic, and the oldest and most beautiful music would be played around the house. And I was like, oh my God, like this is what I love. This is really, since a very little girl. But when it comes to performing, I've always been very audacious.
Audacious, yeah. Audacious.
So I would wear like my mom boots, like the high boots, and just look for things in the house, put it together, and just pretend that I lip sync, for my parents, or whenever we had people over, I would just go around the house and kind of like perform for them. Yeah. But I didn't know I could sing actually until later in life. I think when I was in school, I would say I started joining chorus, and things like that. But I couldn't understand my voice because it's not like a girly voice. So I've always thought I don't think I can do this, until then I understood that being different is good.
Yeah.
And when I had my my vocal coach, she actually helped me embrace that instead of trying to reach the highest notes. It's like, no, just stay where you are. You can always learn more, but you have to embrace your uniqueness, and not try to look or sound like anybody else.
Sure.
So yeah, that's...
Oh yeah. So you say that your love for fashion also started about the same time that you fell in love with music?
I think since I was very little, I've always loved shoes and stuff. I would wear my mom's stuff all the time. The thing is, I've never had... we come from a very humble family, so I never had the ways to buy the things that I wanted to, but I would watch fashion shows forever. And and when I was in high school, I would spend my allowance just getting the Vogue magazine or whatever magazine I could get. Cosmopolitan is not very fashionable, but at least I could see things. And then I studied fashion as well when I was after high school.
So you make some of your costumes. You make all of your costumes or some of them?
I don't make all of them, but some of them, yes.
Okay.
Mostly I put them together because it's not only about a nice brand or wearing a good pair of shoes or something like that. It's about how you combine it together. So I think that's my strength, knowing how to put things together. Even if they don't go, I somehow managed to make a look out of it.
Yeah.
So either for clashing outfits or, styles or colors, or for blending and maybe doing a monochrome look or something like that.
That's awesome. What about, I've seen some of your performances, or at least pictures and of stuff that you've done. So what would you say are your inspiration for making music? Like when you were coming up as a little girl, who are the people you looked up to?
I've always been a huge fan of Nina Simone. Nina Simone is like,
oh yeah, she's legendary.
For me, it was like, oh my God, like if I can ever sing like her or sing any of her songs, I'll be happy, right? And Etta James as well. I'm very fan of Etta James. If we are talking about more contemporary singers, I would say Amy Winehouse is my biggest inspiration. But yeah, I mean, mostly jazz singers, even like Ray Charles, Barry White, I don't know, those kind of like very deep voices.
Yeah, like,
I've always got very, interested. I'm like, because it's not only a nice voice, it's a voice that has so much deepness, right? And it has so many things. I don't know how to explain it, but like when you hear them sing, it's not just a voice.
Yeah.
It has so many layers.
Yeah, it's kind of like telling a story. It's a very rich.
It's so rich. That's that's the word that I was looking for. It's so rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, lately I would say the most contemporary artist will be Amy Winehouse, and I take a lot from Lady Gaga as well. But mostly when it comes to like, I wouldn't say style. Everybody tells me that I look like her, or I have her style. I do think that I have my own style.
Yeah.
However, I do love her style too. But I don't try to imitate her. Even when I do my Gaga impersonations, I don't try to imitate a look that she's done. I make a look that I know that she will wear.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. I think
like when you see me, you know I'm Lady Gaga, even though she never wore that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you do your own thing, but like
it
kind of looks.
Exactly. It's like if Lady Gaga was there in the moment, she wouldn't wear the same thing that she wore for the previous show. You know what I mean? So
it's like Lady Gaga without Lady Gaga. Oh, that's actually impressive, because I've seen some of those looks, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen Gaga wear some of those things that you wear.
Yeah.
And
but she would.
But you could see her wearing that.
Exactly.
But, so what is your creative process when you're making either music or you're creating your outfit for what you're going to wear for a performance? What is the creative process from beginning to the end?
Well, for music, it's different, because sometimes I could create, for example, a song by just starting with the lyrics or the melody, or I get someone doing the music for me, and or a tune that I like, so then I create the lyrics for it. So it just depends. It depends on the song, and it depends on the theme of the song. Most of my music, what I've done is I record voice notes. I record my like the melodies of it, and together with the melody, sometimes I go like gibberish. You just make a melody in gibberish, and then that gibberish becomes lyric. So you make the lyric from that gibberish from the melody. I don't know how to explain it, but
I think I understand what you mean.
So that's pretty much what I do, and then I send that melody to my producer in that time, the one that I choose for that song, because I work with different people depending on the music that I do. So I send that melody to the producer, and then he will make something depending and accordingly to my notes.
How many songs do you reckon you have out?
I haven't counted them, but I have an album that is called Feathers.
Okay.
That album has 6 songs, and I have If I Could Only, that's also single, 2 tangos. I don't know if you're counting. I lost the count. 9, maybe?
That's 9, yeah.
So, okay, so that's 9.
9,
10 is the one that just came out last month.
Okay.
Is You Is or Is You In My Baby?
Yeah, I've heard that.
And now I have Hit the Ground that's coming out tomorrow. And I have like 4 or 5 more songs that are about to be released soon. So it's a year full of stuff. Like I'm trying to take it a month at a time.
Wow. You're like very busy just releasing songs and writing and all that.
Yeah, I would say that. And you asked me about artistic
your creative process.
Creative process on the dressing,
on dressing,
right?
yeah, your outfit.
You're gonna laugh about this, but sometimes I put together my outfit before my show, like literally 15 minutes before I have to leave.
So you get like inspiration hits you immediately or something?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, it obviously depends on the show, because if I'm doing a jazz band show, I would dress more accordingly to a jazz, music.
Okay.
But I mean, I've done jazz dressed in latex, so that's also me,
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it just takes me like 15 minutes. Sometimes if I get a new pair of boots, or if I get, I don't know, crazy earrings,
Yeah.
or if I want to try a new makeup, so I combine my makeup with the boots,
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And then I look for the colors that I could combine, and I have so many things. If you go to my closet, it's like a Pandora box, I swear.
Oh yeah, I think one of these days we're gonna do a show where we just go to your house just to look at your closet to see the kind of costumes and outfits that you have there. Definitely
that would be so much fun.
Yeah, we should do that.
That would be a lot of fun.
Definitely do that.
Because it would be a very long show.
Oh, okay. So we're in for it.
Never ending show.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's the deal. We are doing it. We're definitely doing it at some point in the future. We don't know when, but it's definitely happening. On your career, just music, making music, or just life generally, what would you say are some of the challenges or the biggest challenge you've had to face? And have you come out of it, or how did you come out of it?
Biggest challenges. Oh my God. Well, I don't know if you know that, but I used to be a flight attendant before.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Can I say the airline? Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
he's like, can I or not? I used to fly with Hermes for almost 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I studied economy, business, and finally I landed in first class.
Okay.
So I was a first class crew, and I was like doing my nails. No, just kidding. I will work a lot. Because everybody says that first class, flight attendant don't do nothing, but it's not true.
Yeah.
I earned my spot there, and I flew for almost 10 years, and I created my whole album while I was flying. And I would say the first challenge was to believe in myself enough to resign from such a good job, because yes, it is a tiring job and everything, but you get a paycheck every month. You travel everywhere. You get to be a citizen of the world. So it's kind of like living that amazing job that everybody wants for something unknown. I think that was my first challenge.
Yeah.
To be able to believe in myself so much that be like, okay, I'm gonna live this, my life in here, that's it.
Yeah.
Everything has a stage in life, and that was its own place finished already. So to leave that and be able to, become a full-time singer, full-time artist, that was the first challenge for sure.
For sure, yeah.
And then obviously making people see who I am, because I feel like in Dubai, I always say Dubai wasn't ready for me. I don't think Dubai is still ready for me. Because it's like, I'm not from New York, but it's kind of like the New York aesthetic, in your face.
Okay.
So it's kind of like trying to make them understand my style and my sounds, because I would say most venues, they just want a singer that looks very pretty and sounds pretty. And for me, it's like, I don't do pretty.
Yeah.
I do drop dead gorgeous.
Okay.
But I don't do pretty.
Go off. Yes, we agree.
But I don't do pretty. So it's the same with my music and my sound. I'm more like rough and in your face, and it's more an experience, and it's more interactive. And so I think for me to get myself to be known and people to understand what I do and who I am, in that sense, that was my second challenge. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a lot, because for quitting your job, and that's something that I have had a lot of people experience. Even I had to quit what I was doing to just go freelancing, because I just wanted to be able to do my own things. Hard, but I feel like at the end of the day, you are happier It's
Oh, yeah.
hard, it's tough, but you are a much happier person.
Yeah,
What do you think about
absolutely.
collaborating with other artists, like other performers? Has there been an artist or performer that you've worked with that has been rewarding for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a very good friend. His name is Taxman, Eric, and
Okay.
his stage name is Taxman. And we've done a Afrobeat song
Oh,
together.
okay.
It's a really cool song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. I wrote part of the lyrics of that song, like literally on the spot. And we just went to the studio and we did this Afrobeat tune. It's really good. I love collaborating with people. I love it. I mean, obviously, as long as I find the project interesting, because
Yeah.
I'm like, by myself, I wouldn't do an Afrobeat song, not because I don't like it, just because it's not my style.
Yeah.
Right? But if I get someone that is doing it and wants me on his or her song, I'll do
Definitely
it gladly.
down,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard this Afrobeat song.
Yeah,
I
it's
definitely
called
need to hear.
You Got Me Falling. It's called You Got Me Falling.
You got me falling.
Yeah, it's on Spotify. It's really good.
It sounds like a proper Nigerian song. It's like you got me falling because a lot of Nigerians, that's kind of Nigerian men. That's their kind of.
He's from
reason.
Cameroon, though.
Yeah,
He's from
yeah.
Cameroon,
All
yeah.
of them, they are carrying inside. Not the same. We're all the same.
You should listen to it. It's really good.
You Got Me
It's
Falling,
really
yeah?
good. Yeah.
Okay, definitely.
It's a cool bit.
Okay, maybe we even can sign out on this show, so who knows? You got me falling.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, actually my cousin, she loves it. She listens to it on the car all the time.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Because I'm a big Afrobeat fan. I mean, I didn't used to be, but like in the past 5 to 7 years, I've just loved listening to Afrobeat songs because it's just evolved really much.
Yeah.
So definitely checking this out. So where do you see yourself in like 5-10 years, musically or just musically or artistically?
Good that you said that, because I was like in my surgeon's office for sure. Yeah, well, apart from there, musically, well, I'm hoping to obviously get more music out, and I just want to have my own style, and I want people, when they listen to me, to know that it's me, you know? Because right now I feel like it's a lot of, oh my God, you sound like Amy Winehouse. And that's a huge privilege for me.
Yeah.
However, I do want to sound like myself.
Of course.
You know, and they tell me, you look like Lady Gaga, even though I tell them, honey, she looks like me.
Yeah.
Right? But for me, it's like, I love that, but I do want to look like myself eventually. So just having my own brand, my own, you know, image and my own sound.
Yeah.
And whenever you hear my music on the radio or whatever it is, you know, oh yeah, that's Larudche. Even if you don't know the song that you're listening to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens with the iconic singers. So, like, I feel like nowadays you listen to the radio and everyone sounds the same.
True.
Right?
Very, very true.
You don't know who that person is because it's not even the bit, but like the voices and the styles, they're all similar. They're all the same. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to...
Well, I can honestly see that, because as an artist, you obviously want people to see. Once they see your work, they want them to see you, and not just some other person that they think you look like or you sound like. When you make music or when you put work out there, what do you want people to get from your music? What's the message that you want them to get from either your music or from you as a person?
I would say inspiration. Yeah. Mostly I aim to inspire, because I kind of wish I had someone to look up to, in the sense of like that went through the same. I feel like nowadays we are all, you know, filled with this images of like beauty and perfection and being young and stuff. I think that's changing slowly, but changing your career at 31 years old is something that most people wouldn't do. And I jumped for it, and I didn't even know, like, most people were asking me, how do you know you're gonna get, you know, gigs? How you know you're gonna be a musician and you're gonna be able to live from it? And I'm like, because I trust in my talent.
Yeah.
I trust in myself. I know I'm a hard worker person. I know I'll get things done, and I know I will not rest until I get it.
Okay.
And I trust in my talent, once
Yeah.
again. So I think inspiring people, especially like women, you know, to not think less of yourself just
Okay.
because you don't look like certain person,
All
or
right.
just because you don't sound like certain person, or because you're a size 12 or a size 14, 20, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just, being able to love yourself the
Mm.
way you are, work towards what you want to be, sound, or look like,
Yeah.
because the fact that you're going to the gym, that doesn't mean that you don't don't accept yourself the way you are. It's
Yeah.
just because you want to upgrade yourself or
Yeah.
feel better or look better.
Yeah.
And that's always good. Always, go for it,
Alright.
and just try to be yourself as much as you can.
Inspiration,
Yeah.
be yourself. Even on that, before we round up, there's a question I always ask every guest I come to the
Yeah,
show.
okay,
It's,
go ahead.
what's the best advice you've gotten, either for your music or just in life in general? And the second part of that question is, what advice would you give to up and coming art people that want to do what you're doing but don't know where to start or how to go about it?
I would say the best advice I have gotten first, right? That's the question. Don't stop.
Okay.
Yeah, and people will talk anyways.
Yeah.
People will talk good and will talk bad.
Yeah.
And just don't listen to that.
Mm.
Just do yourself, and just go ahead. If you have a feeling that something is good, just
Yeah.
do it. Because
Yes,
I've gotten many times people telling me like, oh, why you do this kind of music? It's not popular, or sometimes you look like you're coming out from the 80s, or oh, that's crazy, or oh, those heels are too high, or you're too much.
Yeah.
I heard it all.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, if you don't like it, don't look. And if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Okay.
It's just do yourself and enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because once you enjoy what you do, the rest of the people will enjoy.
Yeah.
And so my best advice would be that enjoy what you do
Mm.
and be authentic.
Okay.
Because nobody wants to follow someone that is just
Yeah.
pretending.
Yeah.
It's just there for the camera.
Yeah.
Or, so be authentic.
Okay.
And I think as much as you can, and that's
Yeah.
going to inspire other people too.
Yeah.
I'm not dressed like that just because I came here.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that the setup was so nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we try to show off. We good. We professional and all that. You know how it is.
Because if you had told me, listen, you have to dress up as like Larudche show woman,
No.
honey, you have to get someone to carry me from the door, and remove this rag from here.
And that is 100% true. That is 100%.
It will happen.
She's
It
not
will
even joking. She's not joking. She's being 100% true right now. That's what I'm expecting. But
It will happen.
the advice I would say that you're trying to send to people is basically be yourself, and your audience will find you. Basically,
Yeah.
your people will find you. Basically, that's what. Be yourself, be authentic, and your people will find you.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, nowadays, everything is about like being perfect or looking like that, or filters, I'm guilty. I also use filters sometimes, but I think the most authentic you are, either if you're a musician, like with your sound, with your look, and be respectful. Because for me, when I do my full looks, I do it for myself, but I also do it to be respectful with my audience. Because when somebody comes to see my show, they're coming to see a show.
Yeah.
And to hear it and see it.
Yeah.
So it's not only a nice voice, it's
Yeah.
a full show.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's my respect for them, for me to look best as I can. And if they want to take photos with me, you know what I mean? To create a whole experience, not
Yeah.
only a nice sound,
Yeah. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
I get you. Man, it's been really, really lovely having this conversation with you.
Thank
It's
you.
like we've known each other for a little bit, and I think this is probably the first time we actually had time to sit down to
I know,
talk
right?
about.
We never really
We
talk.
never really talk. We just like meet each other like random spots. But I'm really glad that you came, and we'll definitely bring you back because we need to see you in your whole regalia. Everything that makes Larudche, we need to see everything.
Oh
at some
yeah.
point.
This is like a tamed down.
Yeah, it's a
Larudche,
tamed down
yeah.
version. So we're going to bring the real life. And that's it, folks. That was Larudche, the extraordinary, audacious, colorful. Oh, the words be plenty. But it's been lovely catching up with her. And do make sure to follow her. Her Instagram is somewhere, I don't know, we'll figure out where we'll put it, somewhere there exactly. And do make sure to follow our YouTube, our Instagram to get updates, because we release it every week, every single week. Until next time, it's been real. Peace out.